What is going on, Dragon Ball fans, Dragon Ball Fighter fans? Now, if you guys have not seen the story for Dragon Ball Fighters yet, the game isn't initially out until Friday, but there's been other YouTubers that have been uploading it. I was able to watch it online for the entire story for the cutscene, so I'm going to go ahead and do my review of Dragon Ball Fighters. I am not able to play it right now due to the reason of me not having my PlayStation no more at the moment, and also just don't have the game or right now be able to get it. So I'm going to be able to review it with you guys, and I'm going to do some reviews on it. So let's go ahead and this is going to be my story review. So let's get started. Initially, I'm going to go ahead and try to summarize it as best I can. There are 3 versions of this game you can play. You can play as either Goku in one version of the story. You can also play as Frieza in one version of the story, and also 18. Now, they all have to do with the same exact thing. Now, again, spoiler alert, so if you guys do not want to hear no more, you need to leave the video. Android 21 is initially the villain in this story, but there's a big twist with it, which I will get later on into the video. Whether you play as Goku, Frieza, or 18, you have the choice because you are the player, and there are waves that got throughout the entire world and knocked out all the fighters, and initially they cannot fight, they cannot do anything on their own, and basically you have to link up, which was created by 21, so-called by Dr. Gero, because initially Dr. Gero was the one that created Android 21, as well as the waves that created the issue with having to link up, and she's the one that created the link as well. So initially these are the things that start the story and why you have to link up to make sure you're able to fight. And of course we see all the clones, which was created by 21 initially because 21 has a urge to feed. She is extremely powerful, but she has to control her urge to feed, which is the reason why she brings back Android 16. She brings him back and has him to basically do what she wants to a certain extent, but also because he still has good in him. He's not the original Android 16. He is the former version. She put the memories and everything of what he's done into a new model 16. So same 16, just a new model. And also from the version of the story as well, Frieza, Cell, the Ginyu Force is brought back to life by Android 21 from planet Namek. So that's the thing that was really crazy about this story, because you get to know more about 21 in each version of the story. Like with Goku, you don't know who you are, and you have to talk with your conscience that has another soul in it, like you do even when you're playing with Frieza, because Goku gathers all his Z warriors, tells them what's going on, and Bulma tries to explain it. And Android 21, she basically turns someone into like candy or food, like Boo does, because she was created to be more powerful than Cell, Frieza, and Majin Buu combined. So she was more powerful than any of them. She has the power to basically engulf someone like Boo or Cell. It was basically would take the opponent's power. And throughout the story, in Goku's story, they are finally able to defeat her on the planet of the Kais. And then Frieza's story, Frieza, Cell, Ginyu Force, Nappa allied themselves with the Z Fighters, which was really interesting. And they all kind of go about, they all have their reasons why they want to get rid of Android 21 and fight the clones, get rid of the clones, because every single person is cloned. From Goku, Vegeta, to every single character is cloned, except for Android 21 and I believe 18, 17, as well as 16. I think they're the only ones that are not cloned. And this is what was really strange, because it gets really crazy, because the 18 version, you find out from 16 that she has an uncontrollable desire to feed, and she has to suppress it every time. And she was created by Dr. Gero. And then it is asked by the Link Soul, can you talk to her? Can you try to calm her down, because she's having a very hard time, controlling her urges? Because it was pretty much the way they did that. It wasn't Android, but more powerful than Cell, Frieza, and Buu combined, like I stated earlier. And she basically was like Majin Buu. She had an evil side and she had a good side. And the bad side came out just like Majin Buu did later on in the story. And it basically separated them in their different forms, because she basically Cell became like like the purple version of Android 21, which was evil, and then you had the other Android 21, which was still very nice, very sweet, very just her personality. She was human, but then she was created, she had a family, and later on she became friends with 17 and treated him like family, which I will later do a video on Android 21, which will be separate from this video as well. But through the story, it really does go every time Android 21 is defeated, and in the third version where you're playing as 18, because you get to play as 18, 17, and of course the rest of the fighters, and you travel to the Planet of the Kais again with the good Android 21. They all fight the bad version of Android 21, and they finally get rid of her the same way they did with Kid Buu with the Spirit Bomb, and it's not enough, and then Android 21, the good version, sacrifices herself to get rid of her evil half. And Beerus and Whis do make appearances twice, because Whis says, if you find anything out, please let me know. And then you see him again saying, well, he says, I guess it was a good thing she did sacrifice herself, because she wouldn't be able to control her urge to feed later on, because even though she was suppressing it, which was the good side, but the evil side was giving in, because that was in her programming, was to feed, become stronger, like to take in whoever she would turn into food, digest them, and then take on their power and become more powerful. So that pretty much was the initial line of the story. She, Dr. Zero, because Dr. Zero created her with her programming, was initially the reason why, with the waves, the linking, having to fight the way they did, as well as the reason Android 21, the reason why she was, because she had a good half and a bad half, sort of like Majin Buu. And we also got to see all the favorite characters come back. Whis and Beerus did not make a whole lot of appearances in this. We did not see Goku Black. We did not see Hit. We did not see any of them fight. They're probably going to make a separate DLC for that, possibly, with that version. Didn't get to play as Trunks though in the story either. That's what was really weird. You get to play as future Trunks. You get, of course, to play as Gotenks, and as well as Cell at some point, Frieza, Nappa, the Ginyus, Vegeta, Goku, Yamcha, Tien, Krillin, 18, 17, 16, Android 21, which is the good half, and of course we get into multiplayer. I think they may have two versions of Android 21, which is the good half, which is pink, and then you have the other one, which is bad. But in other versions of the story that they had, which all of them combined was taking down 21, which was a complete evil version, was just a plain pink version. So I guess it depends on what story you really want to go on. Now, me personally, I like the third version of the story, because they actually get to see a good version of Android 21, because I was really hoping for Android 21 to be an amazing character, and she was. I really liked her character. I was bummed out to go, oh man, they made her a villain, but at the same time, I was like, it's no shocker they're going to make her a villain, because why would they, why would she look like Majin Buu? And we still don't know the initial reason why she was created, which I'm hoping they give us a reason. They may give us another Dragon Ball Fighterz 2. They may give us some more DLCs, because at the end of it, you see where Goku says, which what he did with Oob, saying to King Yama, maybe you can put in a good word with King Yama, she could be reincarnated. They're like, you can do that? He says, well, I can try. And Barry says that he can do it too. So it was pretty interesting how they mixed everything into another version of it, but still kept it canon. This was still where they were able, because he goes to Frieza, like Goku's like, okay, well, can you go gold? So this was definitely after the Resurrection F arc, where Goku was still able to go blue, which he was not able to go to. The highest he was able to go to was Super Saiyan 3. Same thing with Vegeta with his power. Same thing with Frieza, just staying his normal form. So nobody was really able to transform with their full power due to the waves, as well as the linking, which you had to have the link to fight, which was the soul that was inside, and they never showed the soul of the person, which initially was the player that was playing it. So out of all this, guys, I give this maybe a 9.5 out of 10. Now, the things I did not like about this game, which I'm going to get into, the gameplay by itself was absolutely amazing. That's not something I had a problem with. The problem I had was just having to defeat the clones. You didn't fight a whole lot of others. I mean, you fought like Android 21, you fought Cell, you fought Buu, you fought Frieza. You fought their version of the clones, which was perfectly fine. I didn't really have a problem with that. But the main thing I had a problem with was there wasn't more. there wasn't a bigger roster. I think that was the main problem I didn't have. Like there was a huge roster with what we're so used to with like Budokai, Takaichi, Xenoverse, because there's always so much more. But I believe with more DLCs, because this game has been blowing up the internet, has been blowing up the gaming community, Dragon Ball community, and I'm just so excited to finally have this out, be able to review it for you guys, be able to talk with you guys. Again, I'm going to make a separate video about Android 21 sometime this week as well, because again, whenever you're watching this, I'm going to be putting this on the channel as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, please leave a like as well, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Links down below as normal. Again, the game does not initially come out till Friday. Again, I watched it online, so because there's been other YouTubers that's been able to put this online, and I just wanted to go ahead and get my thoughts out there with you guys. Personally, I really do like the game. I love the game. There was a lot of hate about like, oh, it's going to suck, or it's going to be not like Xenoverse or anything of that nature. That's the reason why, because they wanted to bring back the old school version of playing, fighting games, which was amazing, but the graphics were absolutely incredible. The story was really good as well. Bringing back characters from the franchise was a good idea as well. So initially, I think it was a great game. When I'm able to pick it up, I will definitely be debuting it on the channel for you guys. I'll be playing it nonstop, and I'll be showing you guys what my moves are. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed my review for the story version of Dragon Ball FighterZ, and I'll see you on the next one.